All right. I've got a black screen. What's going on? Okay. Good morning. Ugh. I feel like I can't raise my voice that much. I'm like all congested. Good morning. That squeaky toy that you may or may not hear in the background is my dog also saying good morning. All right. Welcome to Makeup with Meesh, the show where you get ready with me in the morning for a head into work. And I'm not like, I don't feel sick, but my whole head is like stopped up. There's little kids, right? And I feel like it's like affecting my voice. Like, it's like all right there, and it just feels like scratchy and stopped up. So I'm like trying to say words, and I'm not able to. But that's okay, because I don't know why it's okay. Because makeup. All right. Oh, it's like stuck. That's going to be such a cute intro. All right. I am putting on some moisturizer and some sunscreen to hydrate the skin. Just using my everyday moisturizer with sunscreen in it. All right. Okay. Get with it, Michelle. Get with it. Oh, man. I feel like I'm a little thrown off this week because it's a short week. So we were out of work on Monday because it was President's Day in the U.S. So it's a holiday. A lot of places are closed. Thankfully. Oh. Is the volume not on? Or you just need?
No, you're good.
Oh. Just cleaning up my set a little bit.
Yeah. I'm turning this off.
Thankfully, schools were closed. I mean, schools were open, but we were off work. So I actually got a little bit of break from having to chase around two toddlers to be able to do whatever I wanted to do on a long weekend, which was nice. And then now I'm just getting sick. Great. That was way too hot to start drinking. And him walking through here just threw me off. Okay. On with the makeup. All right. So, like I said, long weekend. This past weekend, President's Day. So I got to do a couple of things off my to-do list, which unfortunately my to-do list was mostly like pick up things and do laundry. But it was still nice to have a little bit of a break away from work, lower stress week with an off day. But I'm so just bummed in general I'm going to do foundation, by the way. Tom Ford Traceless Matte. I'm doing kind of like my little contour hack with 3 different shades. I would be directing you to the video that I have that details out how to do this, what shades I use and why. It sort of compares the Tom Ford foundation to a couple of the other popular ones on the market, you know, NARS, Charlotte Tilbury, Makeup Forever, Estee Lauder, Double Wear, all those things, right? But I'm not doing that, and that's because I recorded 2.5 hours of like makeup tutorials, unboxings, a bunch of different content this past weekend that I was going to edit and cut up and put on my channel. And then yesterday, I come in to stream my makeup in the morning. So I did that on Monday because my kids were at school. I could finally there wasn't Coco Melon in the background. I could finally record the videos. And yesterday, I come in to do my stream, and the audio's not working. And I'm like, oh, maybe it's because, I did a lot of content recording, or I don't know. Maybe it's just the batteries. I replaced the batteries in my mic, and the audio's still not working. Well, I didn't even think to check this because I typically don't mess with the equipment. My husband does. The receiver. So there's an output in, there's a receiving end on the mic, and the receiver battery was dead. And I had no idea, so I didn't really know how to solve it, and I didn't know what it was. But turns out it had been dead for quite a while. And I guess just because, you know, yesterday I was streaming, there were people that were able to tell me in my chat, but when I was recording my videos, I wasn't even checking them because I just assumed, like an idiot, that it would all work out perfectly. And so I wasn't even checking them. And then I just like kept hitting stop, start, like powering through, you know, trying to make the most of my couple of hours without kids and toy noises in the background and like Sesame Street and all that. So, but it's okay. I'm gonna look on the bright side here. I'm just gonna take the lesson to always double check the audio, even when recording and not streaming, and move on. So I'm going to try to fit in some videos this weekend where I basically do the same thing. I did a video like in detail on this kind of contour foundation application that I do, and kind of compared it to, like I said, some of the other top foundations that are on the market that are pretty popular, to see how this one holds up. I actually did a review of the NARS makeup too, as well as the new Makeup Forever, and also, what else did I do? Oh, I did like a slow, like a slowed down tutorial on how to, like kind of like eye basics. So like how to put on a transition shade, and like how to blend and apply the crease in the corner of the eye, and like a couple of just, you know, little tips and tricks, things to like prevent fallout from down here, all that. But all's for naught, because we don't have that content anyway, so you will never know. No, just kidding. Hopefully I can find some time this weekend to re-record some of that content. Oh, because I did some unboxings too. I did I picked up, like every holiday season, Sephora has, like around Christmas time, they start doing their, like holiday gift sets and, like value sets. And I really, really like these. Not all of them, but I like to go through the gift sets and find ones that feature products that I either, or like staple products that I use all the time, or products I've been wanting to try and like sample sizes, because they really do pan out to be cheaper. So like one of them was a like lip gift set that had the Too Faced lip injection and a couple, like one of the NARS lip gloss or lipsticks, and just a couple of other things I've been wanting to try, but I didn't want to necessarily buy full size, especially in those, because lipsticks in general last a while if you're only using it every once in a while, like if you're just kind of trying the color. What am I doing? Primer for my eyelids. So those end up being usually like a pretty good value. And also a like Sephora favorites kit and a couple brushes that I was going to test out. Oh, I also did a review of this, but I guess I'll do a live review now because it will never see the light of day. All right, so this is the, like if y'all basically ever watched me do my makeup, then you know I am a huge fan of the NYX brow mascara. They're just like regular. Where is it? Where are you? I know I have you. Okay, yeah. The NYX just regular brow mascara. It looks like this. And I've always used that because it's the freaking best. I have tried a bunch of other brands and I just don't like them. as much. Like I noticed that like they might go on seemingly the same, but then they get tackier and they dry really hard and kind of flake off. But also they pull out your eyebrow hair when you're taking your makeup off. And I mean, I don't have a lot of eyebrow to work with to begin with, so like that's not a risk I'm willing to take, you know what I mean? But I saw when I was going through Ulta the other day, they've come out with an upgraded version. This one is the Thickening brow mascara, so it's slightly different. I guess it's not the same product technically, but I mean, because it's NYX and because it's their brow mascara, I'm going to try it since I trust them so much in the other one. And I did a review, a whole video, which you'll never get to see. I did a whole video on, actually did like one on one side and one on the other to see. And you can't really tell a difference, honestly. At the end of the video, I mean, I did think the original one like smudged a little bit more into your skin, whereas this one really stays onto your, like it sticks to just the hair itself and didn't seem to move. But this one definitely gets like tacky and flaky, like the other products that I've tried. I guess because it's thickening, it's like kind of more like a, what is it, telescopic mascara, where it's, or fiber mascara, kind of like that. And that's what the brush looks like too. But I was going to just keep trying it this week to give it a shot. And then if my eyebrows were bald by the end of the week, then I would know this product is not for me. That's still a bit hot. Okay, let's do some eyes. All right, I'm going to use the Morphe 35X Big Primpin palette. We are going to do an all-over color that is about skin tone to kind of set that primer that I used. So it's Wednesday today, and I was contemplating going into the office. I didn't go in yesterday, which, as I've said before, I like to go into the office just a couple days a week because, I don't know, it kind of feels like it gives me purpose. It's like also the only place that I have to go anymore since I'm an adult, and therefore it's my inadvertent runway. So if I want to like dress up and put on a look and just something more than like sweatpants, then into the office it is. But I didn't go in yesterday, despite me typically liking to go in on Tuesdays, because it was a short week and I just felt like stuff was piling up and I needed to like actually focus. Because when you go into the office, like one, the commute alone, like sitting in traffic, like parking your car, just all that stuff adds up, and you end up wasting like a couple, you know, an hour and a half to 2 hours of just that. And I just wasn't really feeling that yesterday. And today I actually have just about half a day of meetings. They're kind of spread out. But I think I have like a solid 2 hour block in the middle of my day, which is incredibly rare. And I mean, I'm trying to fold some laundry, you know what I mean? And just like have some time to think. So I was like, I could go into the office and, I mean, if you work in an office, you know this. If you're going to go in, you're going to end up talking to people. You're going to have like your water cooler hour. And, you know, you're not like getting the things done. But if I'm at home with no one to talk to, then I can kind of ignore pings for a while, focus on whatever I want to do, you know, that kind of stuff. So that's why I'm staying at home today. That, and also because it's like 30 freaking degrees outside, and I'm not trying to get in that shit. Yeah, so I don't understand this. It was 86 yesterday, or 86 Monday, I think. That was the high for the day. And today, it was like 30 degrees when I just looked out. A little screen by our back door that tells us. All right, that'll do. It's kind of a fun pinky gold look. I like it, I like it. I'm gonna add in, that's like creamy. All right, I'm gonna add in this pinky gold right here. This is the Chic, wow. Can't read. Okay, cute. So we're gonna add a little bit of this under the eye, like so. Yeah, so I don't do cold weather. I mean, I'm from Alabama originally. I'm in Austin, Texas now. Like, yeah, like we're not cold weather people. And I mean, honestly, anything below like 60, anything below 70, I don't love. But anything below 65 is, yeah, I can't. I don't do cold weather, and I'm not trying to live like that. So I'm probably not leaving my house today. Like, I'm out of toothpaste, and I'm going to Amazon fresh toothpaste because I don't even want to. I would rather not brush my teeth and get out in cold weather. That's where we're at. Okay, so I'm just kind of like doing a little bit of a shadow underneath so that I can blend this in to my wing in a second. My wing like eyeliner. So where it kind of looks like it's just blended a little bit underneath the eye. Nothing too crazy though. I'm going to wipe away any extra fallout that fell. Not super dark. All right, so now I got to clean up the top. Blend that a little bit more right here. I feel like my voice is very, like, I don't, like, death rattly a little bit. This cold weather, like, see, I mean, I just don't understand why people like cold weather. It brings in this and just cold and sadness and happiness. It's just not for me. Okay, maybe, yeah, I think now I'm going to go in with a darker brown. And I'm not actually going to put any eyeliner. Typically, I'll do a little bit of eyeliner to kind of sort of act as like a primer, especially in the corner of my eye to hold on that pigment from my eyeshadow to make a line. But I'm kind of feeling more of just like a natural look today, like that. So I'm not going to use any eyeliner, and I am going to go back and wipe that fallout off and clean that up. But this should make my mascara pop too. Got a little excited right there on the, I'm just going to rub that out. That's actually another good tip though. If you're going for more of a natural look, definitely don't shy away from using the fingers to blend instead of a brush, because it'll warm it up, like warm up whatever color you're using underneath from the warmth of your fingers, and you can really blend it better. And that'll make it look a lot more natural in my mind. You know, blend those edges down. Okay. So now we're going to go in with a little bit of contour. Here we go. All right. And clean up. This is a little brighter. And there we go. Okay. All right, time to contour. So, I did kind of do a fun project this weekend. So my oldest daughter's room, she's 4. I've always wanted to do like an accent wall wallpaper in her room. But we're in Austin, Texas, and if you don't know, in Austin, or just in Texas, the norm is textured walls. So if you've ever seen kind of like those popcorn ceilings, it's like a very subtle version of that. Like the wall is, I don't want to say it's bumpy, but if you run your hand over it, it's just not smooth. Like it's not like smoothed out drywall, which is very strange to me. I've growing up in Alabama, like every wall was flat. I'd never really like seen the textured walls. I didn't think that was something that you had. Like I thought that was in like commercial buildings. And when we moved to Austin, we were building a house, and we even asked them, we're like, can we have flat walls? And they were like, no, this is Texas. They're like, the only people with flat walls have like multi-million-dollar houses. And so, I mean, I didn't realize that that was a thing in Texas, but because of that, it kind of made me question, like, if I could do accent wallpaper, or if it would be, like, bumpy, you know, like, if you could see it from across the room that the wallpaper looked like it was, I don't know, it's, like, the texture's not that big of a deal, but I feel like, you know, kind of like makeup, if you're putting a bunch of foundation over a bunch of, like, textured skin and acne, like it might cover up the color, but you're still, if you get close, you're going to see the bumps, right? So it's kind of like that. And so I was just worried that it was going to look like that, and we weren't going to be able to do it. And then my husband was like super against wallpaper because he just thinks it's going to, like, it's going to ruin the walls, and we're not going to be able to do anything else with it eventually. But so many companies out there now do removable wallpaper, and I have tons of friends who have tried it and said it and then moved and said it actually does remove super clean and like good, so totally worth it. So I was looking up some of these wallpapers online, and they're so freaking expensive. Even the ones that you do yourself. And then if you wanted to pay somebody to do it, obviously that would be like labor costs on top of it. I'm not saying it doesn't warrant the price tag. I mean, some of these wallpapers are beautiful. I understand it's hard, but oh my God, like even just to do one wall in her room, it was gonna be like over $1,000. And then I would have to like figure it out myself, like how to hang this stuff. And I was just like, oh, I was like, I could probably justify it because I think it would really transform the space, but I don't know, there's also like 3 or 4 other rooms that I want to do wallpaper on, so I'm like trying to pick and choose. But my daughter's room in particular, her room's just like very typical, like soft pink, millennial pink, neutrals, whites, very just like expected baby room transition in a bigger girl room. And so I was always wanting to do like a peony, rose type floral mural on her wall, at a wallpaper. And, you know, price tag of the wallpaper, logistics, all that. Out of any of the designs that I wanted to put on the walls, this one was the most likely that I could paint. And so I painted it. I went to like the Lowe's, the Home Depot store. I got just like a little like quart of like 10 different colors, which in retrospect, I definitely could have just gotten a sample of each. You like barely use any. That was shocking. And so I have a ton of paint. Maybe I'll do another mural somewhere. I started at 4 p.m. on Sunday night, and I knocked it out by like 6 p.m. on Monday. I just powered through. And I realized that as I'm saying this, I have no way to prove to you guys that I actually did this, but if you go to my Instagram, I'll post a video, or I'll post a picture of it on my Instagram. I've got some of my stories, but those will go away. But I can post one on my oops, the mic's getting stuck. I'll post one on the grid. Oh, this nose congestion stuff is just horrible. Okay, so by the way, that was just a dry brush. I was just kind of buffing out that contour. It's a pretty light contour, so it didn't take much, but now I'm going to go back in with my Laura Mercier setting powder and toss that on. This is just kind of to help to absorb oil and stuff throughout the day. I'm staying home today. I've got some things I've got a bunch of meetings scattered throughout the day and just some stuff that I need to get done in between those, and I'm going to try to fit a workout in and stuff. So it's kind of more of a Meesh is at home in her sweatpants look. So not a ton of crazy contouring and all of that. If you want more of a dramatic look, be sure to come back tomorrow though, because I am going into the office And as I said, the office is my runway. So those are the days that I amp it up a little more. All right, since I did kind of this like pinky, like gold, I'm thinking I'm going to use this Laura Mercier blush that has a little bit more, when I put it on before, I've seen it's got a little bit more of like a coral. Well, I thought it did, but this is looking pretty pink. I think it's their lipstick that they sent me. It's like the same color, but on the lipstick it definitely looks a little bit more corally. Either way, this is pulling in the eyes fine, so we're gonna go with this. So this is the Laura Mercier, in rose, very, very expected. All right, it's got a little, what is that thing that goes above the E that changes the way it sounds? I don't know, there's like a fancy word for it, but clearly I don't know it. It's got one of those, so maybe it's rosé, not rose, but. All right, and then I'm going back with my dry, just buffing my face brush to kind of buff out those edges, make it look a little bit more clean. And I'll add a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of highlighter, like so, on the cheeks. The sun is not shining today, and it's freezing, so I don't think there's any risk of people thinking this is natural, but you never know. Also, because literally no one's going to see me other than people on the internet. Where did my brush go? Okay. All right, and then one more gloss over with a dry brush because we want that all blended. So last but not least, I'm going to come in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz pencil to color in these brows a little bit more. Like, since the rest of my makeup look is pretty light, I'm not going to do an insane amount of coloring. I am just going to kind of touch up the tail a little bit with like short strokes, short hair-like strokes. Oh God, there's a hair on my face somewhere. Just to kind of fill that in. So that way when I brush it out, it looks, you know, it looks like natural hair, right? Like, that's what we're going for. Like so. Same thing on this side. I don't know, like, do other...
Here's an answer from an Alexa Answers.
Why does she always do that? She's so aggressive intruding into conversations. I don't know if other people's brows are like this, or if this is just the unfortunate brow situation that I have. But, I mean, I have a decent amount of eyebrow hair. I don't think that you can tell. But I do. I think so. I think I do. I think I can. But it, like, does not grow right here. I've been trying to put on, like, the Grande, Lash Grande, Latisse stuff. Well, I use the Roden & Fields eye stuff, and I also sometimes use the Grande Lash MD, and I'll put that on my brows too. There's a rogue hair. But hair doesn't physically grow there. I don't know. Maybe that's just from like over waxing my eyebrows as a kid and over plucking or something, but I have to fill that in, and I would love if anybody, I need to do some research, but if anybody has any tips on how to make that part look a little bit more natural. I think I do a decent job, but I don't know, it's just not, something about it just doesn't sit well with me. And because I mean, I feel like right now it's really in to be able to like see the individual brow hairs. It's one of the reasons why I like to put this clear gel on at the end, because I know the clear gel doesn't really add much to it, or like at least I didn't think it did, but it really kind of like makes the individual hairs more distinct, and to me that makes my eyebrows look a little bit more natural. So I like it, but I also really like a squared brow in the front. And that is kind of hard to do without like literally drawing like a squared off brow, and I feel like that makes it look super unnatural when you're having to draw in the whole front, because you can see, like, it looks like you took a marker and put them on, you know? I don't know any other way around that, like how to make the hair strokes look more natural. And I guess I'm just coming into this problem because I've always done more of a structured brow, but right now I feel like the very natural, just like brushed up hair stroke brows are in. And I would like to know what kind of magic they're doing. Because I've also seen them do this on like blondes and with like super blonde eyebrows. And I dye my eyebrows to even get them this dark. And I still feel like I'm struggling. To me, I feel like it's more quantity of hair. I just need more eyebrow hair to play with. But I don't know what kind of tricks they got. Alright, light coat of mascara coming in. Oh yeah, so back to the whole painting thing. So I painted that like mural on my daughter's wall, posted a picture. And I mean, I haven't painted in like forever. I just kind of like randomly decided to do it, like literally impromptu. I like decided like 2 p.m. I was like, I could do that, and went and got the paint and just like started painting, no prep, and like it turned out pretty good. But I used to paint a lot in like high school and growing up. Like I had big Bob Ross fan over here. I used to watch his videos when I was a kid and paint alongside him on Saturday mornings on his little PBS thing. I remember for Christmas one year I got like the whole Bob Ross oil kit and would do like canvas oil paintings. And some of them were pretty decent. I don't even know what happened to all that stuff, but got thrown away throughout the years as I aged. But like I guess just like when I went off to college and then like got a job, had kids, like did all that, I somehow just like never continued the hobby. But part of me like kind of wants to do a painting. So I have this huge area in my entryway. It's like a really, really tall ceiling. You know, like when you go to the entryway, that's like, I don't know, I have just this area where I have kind of like just a console type table, like entryway table with some decoration, and the wall behind it is massive and blank. And I don't really know what to put there, but I was kind of thinking about getting like a massive oversized canvas. I don't know, like 15 feet tall, 10 feet wide, something like that. That's really big. That's probably not as big as it is. I don't know, like maybe like 10 by 10. That seems more realistic. And doing like some large like abstract painting or something to go in the entryway. I don't know, but I'm sure I'll do it, and then because my office looks at it, I would just stare at it all day and be like, that's not good. Because you never think your stuff is good. Okay. All right, I'm going to use that Laura Mercier lip liner. This one's in Baby Lips. This is what I was talking about. This to me, I thought it comes out more corally. Be sharpen it. All right. Let's see. Yeah, see, that's got kind of like a coral undertone, right? I think so. Yeah, but see how, that's what I was talking about, like it matches that really well. Alright. But I'm thinking to get back into painting. I probably don't need to start with a massive canvas that would be like the focal point of my home, you know? But then I'm also like, also started with a wall mural, so like go big, go home, you know? I know you need to practice and stuff, but the idea of a bunch of canvases all over my house because I'm practicing, ugh, that sounds awful. Okay, and I'm going to use it's called New Prefer, I think is the shade. I don't really know if that's the shade or not. It's so hard to tell with this label. Put a lot of words on there. But it's the lipstick shade that best matches that. It matches pretty well. See, and it has like, I think it does have kind of a corally undertone. Or maybe it's just pulling from this, but still. All right, and then I'm just gonna top it off with my lip maximizer. This is the Dior Lip Gloss. I freaking love it. Super shiny. It gives like a really, really, really subtle tingle to make the lips pop. And it's got hyaluronic acid in it, which is supposed to like smooth out lines and stuff. And you know, I'm over 30, so I'm all about that. All right, so I'm gonna brush out my hair, but I'm just gonna stick with this low pony bag today because I am gonna work out and you know, I am staying home. This is probably last day hair for me. Like after my workout today, we're gonna have to shampoo this baby. All right, so I'm gonna give it just a little bit of volume, but still gonna keep it just a little bit of volume on the back so I don't look like a colonial man, but whoops. But I'm still just doing like this. I'm just gonna keep the scrunchie in it. If I don't have to, if I was going into the office, I would probably put more of a do together, like whatever, but this is just, I'm staying at home, I'm gonna be on Zoom calls and trying to keep it more cash and not break all my hair off since we are hoping it's gonna grow. All right, okay, that's it. I think this is the look for today. I do need to spray a little bit. Whew. Whew, 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 whew. All right, so I just used my Makeup Mel setting spray, and it's a spritzer. I mean, I have to be honest, I don't love spritzer setting sprays, but I know of like 2 on the market that are continuous sprays. I just like the continuous spray because it feels more like hairspray going on and it doesn't make your whole face get wet, but this stuff dries quickly, so it's fine that it's a spritzer. But I like the Morphe continuous setting spray just because it's continuous, but anyway. All right, so this is it for the day. Kind of a natural pinky look. This feels very springtime, which it is not spring at all. It's 30 degrees outside, but whatever. I'm not leaving my house today. Okay, so thanks so much for watching. If you, be sure to subscribe if you like this content, if you like me, if you like makeup, and you want to get notified when I post new videos or when I go live again. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell. If you hit the bell, you'll get a notification every time I post a new video or go live. And I go live every morning before I head off to work to get ready. So come get ready with me in the morning. And if you want to see more of a dramatic look, I'll do that tomorrow because I'm going into the office. So you got to style it up. All right. Thanks, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.